Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the Morning Mindset. I hope you are well during this crazy time in our world. I hope you and yours are safe and away from the dangers of the virus that is spreading across the globe. I've been praying for you. I've been praying for those who submit requests to us here at the Morning Mindset. If you would like to know how to submit your prayer requests, man, if I could speak this morning, it would be great. You can go to careygreen.com/prayer and give us the details. We would love to pray for your request, either privately or on one of our episodes where we pray together as a Morning Mindset family. I want us to look today at Matthew chapter 13, and we'll probably take a few episodes here to get into this passage. It's known as the parable of the sower. Now, sowing is not like with needle and thread that we're talking about. This is S-O-W-E-R. This is like planting, sowing seeds in the ground. It's an activity that was very common in Jesus' day. When he used this illustration, everyone would have known exactly what he was talking about. Now, I want to read the passage, and then we'll discuss some of it. This is Matthew 13, beginning at verse 1. It says, "That same day Jesus went out of the house and sat beside the sea, and great crowds gathered about him, so that he got into a boat and sat down. And the whole crowd stood on the beach. And he told them many things in parables, saying, A sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seeds fell along the path, and the birds came and devoured them. Other seeds fell on rocky ground, where they did not have much soil, and immediately they sprang up, since they had no depth of soil. But when the sun rose, they were scorched, and since they had no root, they withered away. Other seeds fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. Other seeds fell on good soil and produced grain, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. He who has ears, let him hear." Now, if you were in the crowd that day and you had heard Jesus speak this story, tell me how you would have responded. Well, I guess you can't tell me directly right now, but think to yourself, how would you have responded upon hearing that story? I find myself, when the whole thing is done, being very eager to hear him explain what he's trying to say. Because as it is, he told us kind of an interesting story, but it's like a cliffhanger. It's just left there, and you don't really know what he's getting at. And my friends, that's the scenario that we find, because going on in verse number 10, it does not give an answer to the crowd. It says the disciples came to him and said, "Why do you speak to them in parables?" And he answered and gives them this explanation, which we'll get to in the days to come. But Jesus spoke kind of in riddles like this at times. And I believe what he was doing is he was provoking curiosity. He was giving people time to ponder concepts. You see, when we ponder this story of the sower, we see that there's 4 different places that this seed is sown, that is planted. And in each of those places, a different result comes about. Now, it's obvious by the end of the story that the last result, where it lands in what Jesus calls good soil, that's the result that we want. That's the result that is the good result. It produces grain. Some of the places the seed produces 100-fold, meaning 100 times as much. Some 60, some 30. But in all cases, good comes about. Jesus has my attention at the end of this story. And I hope he has your attention too. In the same way, he has my attention with this global situation that's going on. This virus that's spreading across the globe and is being combated on various levels has my attention. Doesn't it yours? What is God doing? What is Jesus saying to us? What is he trying to work in the hearts of men and women and children during this situation? We don't really know yet. It's a lot like this story. But I believe he's going to reveal it over time. My friends, let's be patient and trust him. Let's rest in him. And I invite you to share the Morning Mindset with others who could really use the strength and encouragement and support during this confusing time.